And the Washington State Republican Party has already endorsed Tiffany Smiley as their candidate for U.S. Senator. It's unusual because there are other Republican candidates running in the August primary. This just shows you how the established Republican Party is putting all their eggs in Tiffany Smiley's basket.
Come here, boys.
Tiffany Smiley has never held elected office.
You got this.
But she's no stranger to politics.
You know, 17 years ago, if someone would have said, Tiffany, someday you're going to get into politics and you're going to run for Senate, I would have laughed, right, and said, you're crazy. Ever since I was in kindergarten, I wanted to be a nurse.
In a fateful twist, it was those nursing skills that started her political activism.
17 years ago when I received that heartbreaking phone call that completely changed our lives.
Her husband, Scotty, was in Mosul, Iraq, an Army captain and platoon leader on a mission to find suicide car bombers.
Last thing I remember was coming face to face with a man in a vehicle. The back of the car was lower than the front. Against suspicion and rules of engagement, you can't just, fire upon someone if you don't know for sure that they have a weapon. So I yelled at him to get out of his vehicle, and he looked over his left shoulder at me, shook his head no, and then let his foot off the brake, and that's when I fired around in front of his vehicle, and then boom, my world went black.
Shrapnel had pierced his eyes. He was blind and partially paralyzed.
I think back to walking into Scotty's hospital room, right, and extremely traumatic. I was 23 years old. Although my family couldn't give me much in terms of wealth, they gave me time and their love. And, the reason that Scotty and I are in this fight and we can do it is because we have an awesome family.
Tiffany would quit her nursing job and became Scotty's full-time caregiver.
The President of the United States of America has awarded the Purple Heart to First Lieutenant Scotty Michael Smiley.
He would receive the Purple Heart for bravery. But when the Veteran Administration told them Scotty was destined to spend the rest of his life in a long-term care facility, they fought it.
And as a nurse, you take a holistic approach, and I was going, wait a minute, I have a lot of questions.
Questions and persistence led to legislation to improve the VA's treatment of wounded vets and laid the groundwork for Scotty to become the first active duty blind officer.
I can't thank her enough for saving my life and not only being there for me, but being there for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other veterans.
I knew I could help Scotty, but I said someday I'll make it right for everyone else.
She says that experience taught her not to back down from tough situations and is the motivation to run for Senate as a political unknown.
The name calling sometimes, a mudslinging. Are you afraid of that, of happening here in this race?
My wife is the strongest person I know.
Do you want me to stir it up? Are you good?
There's no fear, not only her mind, my mind, but our boys' mind, that this is the right thing to do.
There's a grilled cheese if anyone wants it. I truly believe that the reason I am running is because of what happened to our family. To have the courage then to believe in another way, to believe in a better path, not just for Scotty, but for both of us. That was scary. So, bring it on.
Now, Tiffany Smiley's campaign has raised $7 million, and that does not include the money being spent on her behalf by political action committees. Murray's campaign has raised double, $14 million. The next closest Republican candidate is $2,200. I also challenged Patty Murray to defend her stance on the issues. We'll have that story coming up tonight at 5:30 on Fox 13 News.
Okay, Matt, thank you.